A very good morning to you all, my dear students. Let's continue our chapter, the Nazism and the rise of Hitler. In previous video, we have discussed about the economic crisis and the years of depression and the effect of depression on German people. Today, we will discuss about the Hitler's rise to power, how Hitler came into power, how Nazism was followed. After the economic crisis, there was banks were collapsed, factories were shut down, workers lost their jobs, and the middle classes were threatened. And so, let's start from the Hitler birth. His birth was in Austria. He born in Austria in 1889. And he belongs to very poor family. He in First World War he enrolled as in army and got many medals for his bravery. When German lost in the First World War, he was very sad. In 1919, he joined a small group called German Workers' Party, and which ultimately known as the Nazi Party. So when in 1929, when there were economic crisis, there was depression, the people lost their jobs, Nazi Party showed their propaganda and they stirred hopes for a better future. In 1928, the Nazi Party got no more than 2.6% votes in Riksdag. Riksdag is the German parliament. And by 1930, it had become the largest party with 37% votes. So we discuss about the birth of the Hitler. He belongs to army. He got many medals for his bravery, and he then joined a party called German Workers' Party, and this party ultimately known as Nazi Party. And during depression, he gave his party gave the propaganda which stirred the hopes of for a better future. And the Nazi became a largest party in 1932. Hitler was a very good, very powerful speaker. His passion and his words moved people. He can move the people with his speeches, and he promised the people to give them jobs and to undo the justice of the Versailles Treaty, and they stirred a hope in the people, youth. He promised employment for those who looking for the work and secure the future for the youth. So with this, people were very happy with his party. Hitler devised a new style of politics. It was a very new style of politics. He with his followers came and support with the march. They had the banners in their hands with the red banners with the swastika on it, and the Nazi salute and ritualized round of applause after the speeches. They were very much liked by the people of Germany. All people gave them a big round of applause when he speak. Now let's start the destruction of democracy. When Nazism came into being, there was no place for democracy. On 30 January 1933, there was a fire decree on 20th Feb, which suspended all the civic rights like freedom of speech, press and assembly that had been guaranteed by the Weimar Constitution. And this was a time to make the government for the government of by the Hitler, and he made his government which is known as Nazism, and it was dictatorship. There was no place for democracy. Then he turned on his arch enemies, the communists. He didn't like the communists. He want to kill those people, or he made a new established concentration camps. He put the communists in that places. There were more than 6,808 arrest files, and a small city of half a population was nearly 1,440 were those of communists alone. And on 3rd March 1933, the famous Enabling Act was passed. What was Enabling Act? This act established dictatorship in Germany. It gave Hitler all powers to sideline parliament and rule by decree, by the dictatorship. All political parties and trade unions were banned except for the Nazi Party and its affiliates, its followers. And the state established complete control over the economy, media, and judiciary. So this was the Enabling Act. After that, special surveillance and special forces were also created to control the people. SA, SS, SD, police were group were made. Their stormtroopers were also made. These included the Gestapo, means secret state police, and SS means the protection squads, and criminal police and security services, these were known as SD. They were extra constitutional powers for the Hitler. People could now be detained in Gestapo torture chamber. Police men can take the people without any warrant in their camps or in their chambers, and they were deported at their will or arrested without any legal procedure. So this was the situation on that time. So we will continue this chapter in our next video. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.